We are, what are we, about halfway, you say? All the way along here. Remember, when we get to here, I'm going to turn right. I'm going to start visiting towns, and we'll take a quick look at them. It's a beautiful morning. I mean, you can't get better than a morning by the lake. Look at that. Can't say I slept very well. The road noise was a bit bad. But that view is spectacular. Okay. Let's get the display back on. Not the best place to pull out of. We don't even get a run-up strip at this. Come on. Let me out. This is an awkward turnout point, it really is. Are you going to let me out? Is anybody going to let me out? He's letting me out. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's just trolling me. Scumbag van driver. Okay, well, since the AI's been like that, we're just going to have to claim a lane. Well, look at all the bins. There's loads of people standing around with their arms in the air, arguing, shouting at each other. Maybe they're like city traders or something. Can't even see what... If you can speak Russian, you can probably translate that a lot better than I can. I have no idea what that sign said. Just got overtaken by a Dasher van. Dasher. Oh yeah, that's nice. And the birds as well. Okay, 300 kilometers left. And I've only just gotten to top gear because this thing is not overpowered, as I said. And then we seem to be climbing. But you can't easily tell that you're climbing in this game. Unless it's obvious. If you get a subtle climb, I noticed that in TSM. When I used to drive around Africa, and I'd take like heavy loads, like tanks and stuff, and you'd suddenly find you had no power. It wasn't because you had no power. You were going up this really long, like this, a really long but subtle climb, and you couldn't really tell that you were climbing, but you were, and it was putting an enormous strain on the engine. And that's happening here. Looks like we're building up to a proper dual carriageway now. We've got barriers down the middle and the outside, which is interesting. Let's have a look outside. No hills or mountains per se. I don't know what the land is like round here. I'm not sure Russia is that mountainous really, is it? Apart from maybe in the north and where it meets China and Tibet. I'm not sure. I just know that it's a very, very big space. It's a vast country. In fact, so I think that I remember stories from World War II soldiers as they were during World War II, and they were sort of moving along the country, and they said that one of the worst things that would happen to you was you'd get completely disoriented, because some of the spaces in Russia are so vast and flat that every direction you look in, it's just an endless horizon. And you'd be walking across this land, no sense of distance being covered, no sense of getting nearer to anything, no sense of landmarks so that you could see what direction you were going in, and you'd just be marching for days across this endless landscape. It's kind of like being on the sea, but it was just land. It was just nothing though. No, featureless is the word I was looking for. And I forget the kind of term for it, but it was demoralising, it was depressing. What a little church, look at that. How quaint. Population, what? 50? Imagine Sunday Mass has got like the same people in it every day, every Sunday. Yeah, so Russia is absolutely huge. Ridiculously big. But it's great that somebody's actually started to make a mod for it, because, let's face it, if you think about what countries have been covered in Eurotruck, you know, with East and West Europe, we've gone into Scandinavia, we've even dipped our toe into North Africa, but that's it. Nobody's really started to move into Russia, or even further along. I mean, in theory, the guy who's doing this, what's to stop him going all the way across into China? I mean, nothing really. You know, if he could hook up with the guy who's writing TSM, it's a lot of work, but imagine they could cover the whole continent in the end. Obviously, American Truck Simulator, we're going to see North America. But I have wondered about whether mod authors would then start going down into Mexico or going up into Alaska. Would they go down into South America? Yeah, in American Truck Simulator, it kind of makes sense. But if you imagine American Truck Simulator, the mods would expand into North and South America. That would pretty much be it. They might go into Alaska, but that's the end of it. With European Truck Simulator, they can go into the whole of Russia. They could go into China. You know, it's an absolutely enormous space. It's an enormous continent. And then eventually, one day, World Truck Simulator, as I've hoped for, could link all of that up. You could take a ferry from, I don't know, from Africa over to South America. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, people over those distances, you tend to just put the cargo into a container, stick it on a ship, and then it will go off. You don't take the truck with it. Otherwise, your truck's going to be at sea for days and weeks on end. It's kind of pointless. Oh, here we go. We're getting off here. Where do I want to go here? On a right-hand turn. No, I don't want... No! Hang on a minute. How do I do this? Oh, no, I can go left at the top. Oh, I was panicking for a minute there. I was thinking, how the heck am I going to get into this town? Some junctions have multiple slip roads, you know. They'll have one slip road which will take you into the town, another which will double back you. Some of them are like this, where you come off and then you hit a T-junction and make your decision that way. I wasn't sure what kind of junction it was. Okay, right, left into... However you even say that, I have no idea. This is the problem with driving in this country, is I cannot pronounce any towns. I'm just going to pull out on you, sir. I hope you don't mind. Right, Villekeluki. Oh, what is that? What is that? Speed cameras, do you see them? Oh, look at that tank! Fantastic! Oh, this is nice. A bridge over some water. This is nice. I like what they've done here. Where's the actual purchase point for that garage? Because I want to buy a town here. Everywhere I visit now, I'm just buying a town, so I can always teleport there if I want to. It's very, very handy, particularly when you're streaming or making videos. Okay, so left turn here. Don't you dare cut into me, dude. Now, I'm going to be somewhat cheeky at this point. I'm going to dump the trailer. Nip in and buy this. Like so. Do you want to buy this? Yep. Pointless animation. Now can we reverse back out because I can't actually see. Can't see properly out of that side. Sorry, dude. Whoops. Turn sharply enough. Cool. Now, was there any discovery point round here? I don't think there was. Nope. There's no recruitment agency or truck dealer. Actually, do you know what? Thinking about this, I don't believe I've seen a truck dealer in any of the towns I've visited. I don't think I have. I'm going off memory, but I've seen recruitment agencies. Look, stop. Is that a fuel station? No. There are fuel stations. I just caught a glimpse at the corner of my eye. Texture on that building needs to be a bit higher res, but we'll, you know, we'll forgive him for that. But look what he's done. He's put cars outside of the flats. The guy's done his research. Whoever did this, he has tried to make it look as realistic as possible. That's that van again. Is he going around in circles? That's crazy. Stop here. Parking brake. And we're off. Right, that's one town done. But do you see what I mean? I didn't actually see a monument on the way in, but they had got a tank, and I have got a speed camera right above us. There. Just like in the real thing. Nobody at the side of the road with a speed camera, as it is in the Rusian Map Mod. No fixed cameras, as it is in SCS mods, SCS maps. What you have got is these overhead cameras. I'm going to try and not break that speed limit. Another guy broke down outside the police station. Oh no, he's been pulled over. Haha! Police have pulled him over. Outside the police station. How bizarre. $200 left. I reckon it must be 100k to the next town. It gives you an idea of the scale, which is nice. Fuel station, we don't need to worry about that. I actually repaired my truck as well, so we should be fine. It shouldn't have any damage. No, 2% damage on the front. Is that something I hit? I don't think it was. That must be normal wear and tear, I think. It's quite funny because I've got some Jazzy Cat mods installed. Well, quite a few Jazzy Cat mods installed, but one of them is given as American trucks. And these American pickups that you keep going past, which kind of look out of place in Mother Russia. But they are funny. Blue Scania. Wonderful. Actually, I don't think I've seen many blue Scanias in real life. I did see a fantastic Scania at Truckfest. I don't even know what Truckfest is, but in the UK there's like, I think there's 5 Truckfests in the year now. It's great. There should be one near you. But anyway, the one I went to was, they had the, because it's 50 years of Scania, 50th anniversary of the Scania trucks. Wow, we've just gone off-road. What on earth is this? My steering wheel's getting all bumpy. They made 50 special edition Scanias. It's called the Scania Griffin Gold Edition. They made 50 of them. And they had one of them at Truckfest. I stood right next to it, touched it, took photos. I was like, my baby! You're so gorgeous! It was really nice looking. It was this wonderful gold colour. They've done a really nice job on it. And I also bought, which you can see me on stream, I have a cap. It's a black cap and it says Scania. It's got the Scania gold logo on it, you know, the Griffin. It says Scania 50 years under it. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. And you can get it from the Scania shop when you go to Truckfest. You can buy all the merchandise. Buy the calendar. Calendar this year isn't that good, but that's okay because they gave it me for free anyway. But I did buy a Scania Gold Edition hoodie and t-shirt and a cap and keyring, and you know, I was like a fanboy in there. I was like, gimme, 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 gimme. And then they just went, here, have a camera, have a calendar, have another calendar. Yeah, they were quite nice to me, to be fair. I don't think they knew who I was, so I was like undercover. But it was great. If you go to Truckfest, you know, there's so many Scanias, so many Volvos, so many MANs, just loads of trucks. One of them was like painted like Madonna. It had won so many trophies in 2013. It was a Scania done the most amazing paint job. But there were also these massive American trucks there. They had these Peterbilts and the Freightliners. Dear me. Until you stand next to a Freightliner, you don't realise how big it is. I mean, I'm 6'3", and this Freightliner, it was at least twice as big as me. It was colossal. And you step up and look in the back and see what people have done. There was one was a what was it, Kenworth? Was it a Kenworth that had been kitted out? In the back of it, where the cabin is, he'd made it into it was like he was just driving around picking up prostitutes or something. It was this massive kind of bed and settee area in the back, and it was kind of in a pink red leather. He'd pimped it out something ridiculous. It had a hi-fi in there, and he even had one of those mirror balls spinning around, so it was sparkling lights in there. It was hilarious to look at, but you know, amazing job. How they keep these trucks so clean. It had that much chrome on it, and it was all gleaming. The guys must spend hours and hours and hours. I mean, you could see these truckers polishing the trucks, but there's not a fleck of dirt on them. And of course, every time it rains, they have to go and clean it all again, polish all the chrome. That's another few hours every time. It even spits lightly. Because they're all trying to win competitions. Everybody's walking around marking trucks that they like, and then at the end they add up all the scores and win competitions for best truck and show in different categories. So yeah, these truckers are busy. And then you just get normal truckers who just turn up for the show. It's a good day out for the family. They had Bigfoot there, you know, the monster trucks, motorcyclists jumping over ramps and stuff. It's a good day. Anyway, I did post some... I'm going to go right, by the way. I did post some pictures on my Facebook page. If you missed that, go to my Facebook page. So everything ends with The Squirrel's Nuts, okay, which is my YouTube name. If you take that name, you can put it into Twitch, you can put it into Twitter, you can put it into Facebook. It'll take you to my various pages and channels. Look at this here. Trucks by the road, pulled up, people talking. We're in Neville. I'm going to take a left. It doesn't look like this has got Discovery either. I just need to go and buy this garage over here. Yeah, I can't see any Discoveries on that map. Let's just turn in. Buy that. Thank you very much. And I'll just reverse out. I could drive through. I'll just reverse out. I'll be that guy. Technically speaking, I'm now going the wrong way, but let's take a right here, a right again. Have you ever done this? Where instead of driving up to the lights and stopping, you kind of go slowly, hoping that they'll change like that, and then you don't need to stop at all. It worked this time, it doesn't always work. Cool, 100 kilometers left. What do you think, you know, based on what you've seen so far, what do you think about this? In a sense, it's not a very big map mod. It's only probably got about, I don't know, I've not counted them, maybe 10 cities, 12 maybe, a dozen. Hasn't got many. But what I like about it is, A, it's quite authentic. I love the style of it. I love the bits and pieces going on. I love the lakes and the farmyards, these dirty flats. I mean, you know, you're never going to see that in SCS. They would never, SCS would never put dirty things like that in there. They just wouldn't do it. You know, everything's all crisp and clean, which is fair enough. I totally get that. But mod authors can. They can make it look, you know, graffiti on the walls. SCS wouldn't do that either. I like that, and I also especially love the fact that this map mod works with Pro Mod and I think TSM. It definitely works with Going East and normal SCS, so if you haven't got any other map mod, this will work with it. But it just means that, you know, I wish these map mods worked together, then you could just add them together and just get this enormous map that you can drive across. Look, this American truck here, look at this. Well, that was actually coordinated. He had a that was amazing. He had like an army green truck and then army green tankers on his trailer. That looked really good. So we're now leaving, what was it called, Neville? 60 kilometer speed limit. I'm speeding, slow down. Probably drop it into 10th at this point. DHL are here apparently, delivering goods, but we're delivering prams. There must be a lot of babies in this town we're going to. There's the police. I'm not speeding, dude. You can't get me this time. I am not speeding. I wonder if that guy was a camera, had a speed camera. There's another blue scan here. Oh, looks like something out of Farming Simulator. Actually, isn't there a new Farming Simulator coming out later this year? I seem to remember there is. Farming Simulator 2015. Not a game I've played. People have tried to get me to play Farming Simulator. I've resisted so far. But when 2015 version comes out, I probably, no promises, will do at least a first look video of it. I'll do a first look of it, and if I like it, I'll play it more, and if I just think, ugh, I just can't be doing with all this farming, then I'll give it up. We'll see. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the idea of operating machinery. In fact, you know, most of my channel is built around the fact of me playing games with things with engines, shall we say, be it aircraft or boats, if I could find any decent boat simulators, or, you know, I'd even do motorbikes, trucks, cars, trains, you name it. I'm not averse to doing tractors, you know, not at all, operating machinery. I'm just not sure I like the idea of growing crops. That's the bit that concerns me, the idea of growing crops. It feels like Farmville, and Farmville, it scarred me, guys, it scarred me, that's all I'm saying. When it first launched on Facebook, and you know, my wife was like sending me invites to Farmville, and then my friends were sending me invites like, come and join me, help me build my farm. Like, get away from me. I don't want to come and plough your field, in quotes. You know, leave me alone. And that Farmville kind of put me off, rightly or wrongly, has put me off Farming Simulator. But when 2015 comes out, because I do know it has a massive mod scene, and it does have a lot of vehicles and tractors and stuff in it. In fact, a lot of the models that you see in Eurotruck mods from third-party people, they've lifted them straight out of Farming Simulator. Whether they are the real authors or not, I don't know. I mean, in the modding community, what tends to happen is people reuse each other's mods, which I don't think is a major problem as long as they tell you that they've done that and give attribution, as it were, to the original author. Where people start to get very annoyed, I can understand this, is when somebody takes your hard work, copies it, puts their name on it, tweaks it slightly and pitches it as if they've done the whole thing. And that's when the mod authors get really annoyed. So if you make mods and you use somebody else's work, then the golden rule is quite simply give that person attribution for your work, and make sure you put a readme file in there to tell people that, you know, you've based on somebody else's work and how to install it. More importantly, are they cows or bull? Yeah. Oh my life, there's a lot of them. Wow. They're kind of not even fenced. It seems to me like they're just going to run into the main road. Just looking at that tugboat. Why is there a tugboat in that lake? that seems a little bit out of place, don't you think? I can understand a small private yacht or something, but a tugboat? It's like a logging factory. That's actually a pickup point. That is rather a cool pickup point right there. I am very impressed with that one. I hope I get a job out of there at some point, because that is really nice. Guys, we're 2k. 2k away. Velik, or Velik, however you say it, discovered. Slow down. Got those apartments again. 60 mph speed limit, so let's just kill some speed. Wow, row upon row. No wonder they need prams. There's a lot of people here. Now we have got a discovery point in this one. Can you see it? A little question mark. These people are lucky enough to live next to lakes all the time. Is this the drop-off point? It is. It is the drop-off point. Stop here, then we'll go and make that discovery and buy that garage. How do we get in this place? Left and then right, I think. Okay. It's not a particularly big yard, if I'm honest. This could be slightly interesting. There's not a great deal of room to turn around, I think. Just looking at it, the best bet might be to go over into this corner here and reverse back into there. Let's just go over here, because we have more room this way. I just hope I can get forward enough. Right. Not a great view out the mirrors, but we shall see. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's straighten it up now. See if I can guide that in. Gonna go full lock left. Well, this is certainly a challenging drop-off. Is that going in? Looks like it is. Cool, that's a hard bit done. So as you can see, the author's chosen to give the drop-off points a certain level of difficulty, which I'm all for, to be honest. I just wish you got bonus XP for parking in... You know, these drop-off points should be rated by difficulty rating. And then, if you do it manually rather than just press enter, like that, you know, the fact that I parked that up in a reasonably difficult parking point, because that lot there stopped me from driving into that corner and reversing it in, which is what you'd normally do. So I had to manoeuvre things, and it would be kind of cool to get bonus XP for doing that. Sadly, that's not in the game, but if SCS are listening, can we please have that in American Truck Simulator? Can we have difficulty ratings? Right. Let's get back in the cab. That's the load delivered. I'm going to get that discovery point now. Let's go this way. Save having to mess about on the main road. Oh, this thing is suddenly a world lighter. Can you see the fuel station? Look, there's a fuel station outside of this town. And that's what I'm talking about. He's done that in a few places. I like it. There it is. On the left there. Recruitment agency. Done. Oh, lights. Scumbag lights. Did you see that pedestrian? He just walked all the way up, or she walked all the way up in the green coat, and then just did it at 180 and walked back again. Oh, look at this, guys. We've got a Scania pulling 2 Scanias. How cool is that? That's Jazzy Cat for you. There's the fuel station up there. It should be going any second. Almost done. Right opposite a DHL. And some other cash and carry type thing. Oh, I've got grass on the lawn. We'll get this place cleared up before we buy it. Done. What's that one bought? ABTO. Yeah, I've got to do something about this grass. Need to get some weed killer, I think. Let's just have a quick look where we are. Velig. So that journey, I've been from Moscow to Voloklam, so that's where we started today. All the way down here, we looked at. I'm not even going to try and pronounce these. We went here, and we went here. So next stop for me is going to be to go possibly down to Smolensk. Or what I'd like to do is visit this one here, because this looks like a big city, and I reckon that is going to be a truck dealer in Vitebsk. So possibly one of the only truck dealers I've seen. I don't think I saw one in Moscow. No, pretty certain I didn't see it in Moscow. But you know, that, if you like, was my review of the Rusian Map Mod. Link will be in the video description, as well as to this truck as well, and I'll also do that little trailer sound if you want to get that. I can heartily recommend this mod to you guys. I think it's amazing. I hope you enjoyed the video, or 2 videos as this will be. Let me just light that up for you. You can see what that's like, actually. If I put the... There you go. Diet Coke. If you want to know why that says Diet Coke, you'd have to watch my streams, really. There's a whole Diet Coke Pepsi conversation going on. But why not join the stream? Sunday Night Trucking, 6 PM every Sunday. If you love it, that's UK time. If you like trucks, come and join the stream, say hi. Until the next video, guys, take care. And happy trucking.